What's up, YouTube? This is Fabled Psychic Dragon with Fabled Hunter coming at you with his new Dark World deck. I know I had Fabled Dark World, but that didn't work out as well as I thought it would. Like, in my head, that sounded a lot better. Turns out that when you have a lot of Fableds, you kind of get bad dead draws, like really bad dead draws, to the point where it's nothing but Gold, Silva, Subarel, Kushano, and Grimro, and at that point, you can't do much at all. So here's my new deck coming at you with the monsters, 2 Graphas. I realized that it's really stupid to run 2 Graphas. Like I said, it was an old deck. I'm building a new one. I can't find my 3rd Grapha. I know I bought 3 structure decks, but I did order a Grapha online, so he'll be coming in the mail soon for the deck. 3 Unlights, because this card brings any card I want to my hand, so this makes it so I don't have to run Terraforming anymore. It lets me get Dark World Dealings, or any card that I need for this deck from my deck. Triple Gold and Triple Silva, because when he's dropped, I get to special summon him, and he's a 2,300 beat stick each. And if by some chance my opponent discards him, I either get to blow up his monsters or blow up his back row. Triple Bro, because when he's dropped, he's good draw power. I get to draw 1, so with Dark World Dealings, I draw 1, discard him, draw 1 more. Or Field Spell, banish 1, discard him, draw 1, and then draw 1 more. So that's always good for a double draw rather than just 1. Fabled Raven, because with this deck it needs it. Not necessarily needs it, but with this deck it's amazing, especially when you have a full hand of Dark Worlds, and you get all of their effects at once. So this card has come in handy. I've flooded the field using this card, and OTK'd many times against my friends with this card, with just this card. This card, its attack power increases by so much that even though all I dropped was Bro, Sanguine, Unlight, and a couple other cards, the field spell plus him himself around 4,000 attack points is crazy. Fabled Dianara, because I can tribute Raven after I don't feel he's useful anymore for this guy. Or I can tribute any card I don't feel useful anymore for him. He turns my opponent's first normal spell card of the turn into I discard 1 card, which helps me out. Not to mention, he is a 2,800 beat stick, making him the biggest monster in the deck, and with the field spell, making him bigger than Broke Luster Soldier. Here's Malefic Stardust Dragon. I like him because he protects my field spell, and he's a big monster that's easy to get out, but as soon as I get another Grapha, he's out, Grapha's in, because I've had a field with Grapha, Gold, Silva, Malefic Stardust Dragon, and Raven, and I was so mad because I had Stardust Dragon on the field that I could not attack with anyone else. Morphing Jar, because I like to drop my hand and then draw 5 cards. And Sanguine, because Fiend, able to bring 1 to my hand if I need to, or I can just banish him for the field spell. That's the monster portion. Here are the spells. Double Gates, soon to be Triple Gates, because as I said, I can't find the Gates in the Grapha, so when it comes in the mail, I have my Gates in Grapha. Triple Dark World Dealings, because it's draw power and a plus for the deck, especially when Gold, Silva, or any of the Dark Worlds are in my hand. Dark World Lightning, because it's like MST, but it can be chained too because it's not a quick play. It's not a quick play spell, but it's still really good because it also can get rid of, say my opponent's playing Dragon's Collide and he runs Raikou, gets rid of his Raikou. Can get rid of his Eclipse Worm, but the Eclipse Worm's effect still goes, so it's not as good as I thought it would be. The Cheerful Coffin, I've explained this card in many videos. It lets me drop up to 3 monsters, which makes it really good whether I have 1, 2, 3, 4 monsters in my hand with even more choices, so this card's good. Card Destruction, because it's Morphing Jar with less cards. And Pot of Avarice and Heavy Storm. That is the spell portion of the deck, and here are the traps. I went heavy on the traps with this deck. I really should take some out, but I found good combos with this deck, especially with this one. This is a super rare card for Photon Shockwave. I don't know if everyone looked at this, but I thought it was pretty good. Dark Light. If you guys don't know what this card does, I contribute 1 dark monster with 1,500 or more attack. So any of my monsters except for Bro can be good with this card. Not to mention it also works with Malefic Stardust Dragon if I need to get rid of him. Basically what this card says, I contribute that 1,500 attack point or more monster to destroy all monsters that were special summoned this turn. So, say my opponent is running Dragon's Collide, and they don't get rid of my one monster, Dark Monster, on the field. They finish, they get all of their guys on the field, activate Dark Light, all gone. Red Eyes Darkest Metal, Judgment Dragon, God forbid, all of them, just gone. Eradicator, because spells and traps have been causing problems for this deck, especially since I run a lot of traps. So it's good to get rid of Solemn Judgments or Mirror Force or whatever. Double Deck Devastation. I don't plan on running these anymore. I'm going to take them out as soon as I can. But they're good for, like, Insectors, especially Insectors, and Windups, and Dino Rabbit, actually, because when you draw into Dino Rabbit, you gotta drop it. But this card's especially good against Insectors, because the only cards you will get to keep are Centipede and Hopper. And you can do things with Centipede and Hopper, but not as much as you can do with Hornet and Dragonfly. Double Mind Crush. Love this card. I remember I set both on one turn, activated the first one, discarded Bro, drew a card, activated the next one, and got rid of their Dark Arm Dragon. They were really mad about that. Skill Drain, because this deck is all monsters that effects activate in the graveyard, so I don't need my effects on the field except for Raven, Dianara, and Malefic Stardust Dragon, but if I have this card on the field, I'm obviously not going to use Fabled Raven or any of them. Triple Reckless Greed, because if I get a dead draw and I really, really want to go for game and I have 2 or more of these set, I can basically keep myself good unless my opponent blows up everything in my hand, field, and graveyard for the next 2 turns that I can't draw, so this card's good for that. And Torrential Tribute, because Dark Hole is not good. Not good. That is the main deck. Next up is the side deck. I only have 4 cards for the side deck because this deck isn't really predominant on Exceeds or Synchros. Leviathan, I run him in all my decks that run level 3s because I've explained the reasons many times. Acid Golem, because he's a big beat stick and I can use Dianara and Malefic Stardust Dragon when I don't find them useless anymore. Him and Malefic Stardust Dragon to summon Dianara rather than tributing my Raven. Tyrus, because Gold and Silva are both level 5s, and if I don't feel I need them anymore, I need to get around a big monster, I use Tyrus. And lastly, because I run Malefic, I have to run Stardust. That concludes the extra deck and the main deck of this video. Post a comment, subscribe. I will be posting quite a few videos tonight for my decks. I still plan on getting Twisted Spoons and Dragon Kid's deck. We haven't finished Dragon Kid's deck. He needs a Plague Spreader and Solar Recharges. But otherwise, his deck's coming along pretty nice. I plan on fixing this deck by next week. As I said, I will be posting a video of the pre-release event for Galactic Overlord. I'm getting 2 boxes when it comes out. And, well, post, comment, subscribe. Peace out, YouTube.